Hello, everybody. Welcome to podcast listening on the go. So, I want you to be able to listen to podcasts while you're doing other things to really break out of Zoom fatigue, get more healthy, improve your health, go for a walk, or you can meditate, you can bicycle, you can listen to it on the way to the gym, or if you're stuck in a job maybe you don't love and you're in rush hour traffic. Well, this is podcast listening. And I am super excited to welcome back my friend James. I look at being a peak performer in my life. I've lost a lot during things, health challenges, but it's not about what you've lost. It's about what you have left and making the most of what you still have to become a peak performer. So, I want to interview James. He goes by James MoneyPenny. Great, memorable trademark branding. You can't forget that. So, James, I am so excited to be interviewing you because you are so kind and generous in introducing people to the brilliance of the great discovery, which we've all now made the great discovery, in our own lives. So, without further ado, introduce yourself, if you will, and tell people why we are really in a great place to work together as teammates with a lot of people. So, without further ado, meet James Moneypenny.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, thank you, Mike. I'm excited about being on your show. You're just such an amazing person, and love working with you. So to answer your question, why are you on the right team, and to receive the kind of support that you deserve in business? Our entire team is focused on serving, not selling. We believe in serving humanity, and that's really what the Great Discovery is all about. At some point, I can share my life story with you, but I have built national and international franchise companies globally. And part of the reason I did that is I wanted to build opportunity for real people. When I seen the Great Discovery, I recognized the opportunity here at multiple parts of your life, not just the ability to make more money, but to create generational wealth for your family. And so, as part of our team, we're very big on providing guidance, help, and support to help you become exceedingly successful in this business. We want to help you make generational wealth for your family, something that can live on beyond your children, your grandchildren, your grandchildren's grandchildren. So, you're with a group of people who are really here to help you get from step A through step Z and beyond.
Okay, now without going into great detail, because it is complex, but Six Sigma has an amazing background and a structure that has helped create, huge companies and huge jumps and in resources. And that is the foundation. You can Google Six Sigma, and just find out the amazing things that have been accomplished. So let's talk a little bit about that because there's so many benefits to the Great Discovery that are so sound. They're built on such a foundation that is really unparalleled. I mean, I talk to my friends at Oxford University, and they're blown away by the impact of Six Sigma alone, and to have such a close association on the Great Discovery with Six Sigma. Explain a little bit about the importance of that, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. So Six Sigma was created over 40 years ago by Dr. Michael J. Harry, and he actually revolutionized the way that we do business in the United States. In fact, at that time, Japan was knocking the socks off of a lot of our major corporations here in the United States. Six Sigma turned that around. One of the first companies that they employed Six Sigma in saved over $14 billion and went from being beat up by foreign countries with all our competitive and quality capabilities to excelling and exceeding these other countries. It's now used by almost all major corporations worldwide. And think of this, it's used by every unit, every part of our United States military. The Navy SEALs use Six Sigma for their training. It was originally created for the elite of the elite, only the top 2 to 5% of the universe could even access this amazing best kept secret. But Dr. Michael Harry, his dream was to make it available to the masses. And that's what we've invested a tremendous amount of time, money, and energy into in the past decade or so, is creating that dream for Dr. Michael Harry. And it's just at this point in time that technology has caught up with our dream, because we wanted to be able to deliver this training in every language in every corner of the earth, down to people as young as 5 years old up to 105 years old and beyond. But we didn't want the teachers, trainers, coaches to lose their personality in the process. And so now, through the power of AI technology, we have accomplished it. This is an opportunity whose time has come.
And it's to me, it's like a global ETV video network, media network. Let me tell you a quick story. Now, I saw a number of retail stores and restaurants struggling in my town, and it's a very affluent town. Okay. And I thought, oh, wow, this can't happen. All those terrible things that have happened in San Francisco, we can't let this happen here. So I started talking to my neighbor, who happens to be studying at Oxford University. And he told me about an initiative that Oxford had done with Espoo, Finland, to make it the most sustainable city in Finland. Well, I reached out and we got connected with Oxford. And the more I learned about what Oxford was doing with this narrative storytelling strategy, that is just ideal for turning around companies and businesses and cities and telling stories. So I got to interview Dr. Eero Vara of Oxford about this narrative storytelling strategy. Well, he grew up in Finland and they speak Finnish. Okay. So we can now communicate, and I'm all about the Americanization of the Oxford narrative storytelling strategy, okay, and how we can bring it to America and help cities and businesses, individual businesses, empowering cities one business at a time. So now I can reach out globally in Finnish, right?
Exactly.
I mean, this is just amazing stuff. So it's so empowering. I'm going over. I'm not an academic. I'm a marketer. I'm a businessman. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've interviewed the superstars of media, but now I'm going to go over and consult at Oxford and lecture, and also consult about bringing this wonderful proven strategy of storytelling here. Now, what better platform in the world to host the AI Super Campus on than the Great Discovery?
Yes, you're absolutely right, Mike. And I have to tell you, think of this. If you're a content creator, you've ever dreamed of being a content creator, you're a teacher, a trainer, a coach, someone who has value to add to people. Imagine the impact that you could have globally in lives in every community, no matter what their economic condition is or who they are. You can make a positive impact for people on a global basis. And here's the neat thing. We can actually translate your recorded content in almost any language, but it's not recording like you would think of. We actually are able to clone you as a coach, a teacher, and a trainer, keep your personality, because there's a whole lot more than just words to communication. It's about your voice inflection. It's about your tonality. It's about how you enunciate things and your facial expressions. And so this is where we actually clone you, clone your voice, clone your personality, and allow you to deliver this training in almost any language around the globe, and not just the recorded content. We just recently announced the investment that we've made into live translation through a Zoom-like meeting. And imagine having 60 people on a Zoom meeting, all speaking different languages in all reaches of the earth, and you're speaking to them in English or your native tongue. They hear you and see you speaking in their native tongue. They can respond back to you in their native tongue, and you'll hear them in English or whatever native tongue you're speaking. It's absolutely amazing how we have just really removed all borders, all economic barriers, all racial barriers, all religious barriers, all political barriers. It doesn't matter who you are, what your beliefs are, or where you are. Our system and our technology and our team can empower you to get your message out to the world and improve the world in ways that you've never imagined. And to me, that touches my heart in a very special way.
Let me address one thing. For people who are not content creators, who have a business or a story to tell one way or the other. Now, the reason I put this slide up behind me is for a number of reasons. One, I've interviewed everybody from Oprah Winfrey to Tony Robbins to hundreds of the media superstars. But if they will join my Great Discovery team, I will personally interview them. So they don't have to be content creator. They can have any business. And that's what I want to bring to the table. And what we can do with podcast listening is we can actually translate the podcast into their language. With podcast listening, we make it so easy, so convenient. I don't believe there is any more convenient or easier way to communicate than with podcast listening. You can do it on a walk, taking a jog, on a bike ride, resting. All we have to do is get the right people who are influencers or want to become influencers to listen to the right podcast in their own language to create this massive network. And again, I want to help people. I don't want only content creators. I want everybody who wants to market their small business. And that's what I bring to the table, is to interview them and really help them to tell their story in a very powerful and impactful way. The second part is AI business networking. Now, I happen to live and proudly, and it's a city I absolutely adore because they focus on education. We have the Commonwealth Club at our local library where presidents of the United States speak. So I want to give people access to abundance and affluence by coming to our networking events. It's all about experience our town, experience education, experience the Commonwealth Club, experience communication with Oxford University, for goodness sake. I mean, what else can people possibly ask for? So all I ask is that they come to our speed networking events, which I have created along with Alex Hitt. A great team. I promote Alex. I promote Dr. Greg Sanders. But again, I'm not an academic. I love to network with academics, but I'm a street smart entrepreneur. I've sold hundreds of millions of dollars of products and services with storytelling, and I've sold over $1 million a year of my own services. So when it comes to getting things done and revenue generation, I've been there, done that. And if you want to get to the top of the mountain, it's smart to work with a guide who's been to the top of the mountain and knows how to get there and has testimonials to prove it. So anyway, what more can we possibly ask for?
I tell you, Mike, you're spot on. And, I have to say, these networking events that Mike puts on, they're top notch, and they have top notch people who are looking for what you have. So absolutely, I strongly encourage you. From my experience, you've got to join these networking groups, these networking sessions. It can make an incredible impact on your business future. And as Mike says, with the Great Discovery, he's absolutely right. It's more than the content creators, the coaches, the teachers, and the trainers. We have business owners who will put their content onto our system, and automatically they have access to, we're building this team of hundreds of thousands of salespeople globally, worldwide, promoting products, services, coaching, training, anything that you can imagine. So imagine having the potential of hundreds of thousands of salespeople promoting you without you having to write them a check. Think about that for a minute. And in any language you can imagine, in anywhere in the country that you can imagine. If you want them promoting you locally, great. We can promote you locally. You don't have to write them a check. If you want them to promote you globally and internationally, Well, we can do that too. And so it's just such an amazing thing. I have people who are business funders, roofers, plumbers, uh, computer programmers, all kinds of people who are promoting their business through our system. I've just never seen anything like this in all my decades of building national and international franchise companies. Nothing I've ever built or seen compares to the Great Discovery. It's an amazing opportunity.
I just interviewed one of our team members, Dr. Breakthrough, his energy is through the roof. He's just an amazing guy, and the challenges that he's been through to overcome adversity and become such a success story. And he was telling me about what a great feeling it is to wake up in the morning and discover that somebody has bought your course that you've never met, and you don't know where they are, you don't know where they live or anything else. They just bought your course and you're making money. So let's talk a little bit about that, about making money while you're busy doing other things.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give you one example since you bring up Dr. Breakthrough. He's been a friend of mine for decades. When I was building international franchises, he's the guy I would bring out to do my motivational, and really his is more of a breakthrough kind of coaching, helping people program breaking through barriers into their DNA, something that they carry with them for the rest of their life. And he and Les Brown are great friends. And in previous life, he and Les Brown would be considered competitors because they're both trying to get speaking engagements with the same companies. Now that they're both part of the Great Discovery, they're no longer competitors. They're no longer friends and competitors. Now they're friends and collaborators because they can actually offer each other's courses to their same customers. Their customers are going to buy their course really one time and go through all of their courses, and that's kind of it. But now Dr. Breakthrough can promote Les Brown's courses, can promote Mike Hayes' courses, can promote my courses, and the money goes on and on and on. But even better than that, because of this massive team of affiliates that we're building out in the marketplace, they're sharing your courses on every social media platform imaginable. And they're doing pay-per advertising on Facebook. They're doing pay-per-clicks on Google, press releases. They're doing all kinds of podcasts. So many amazing things to promote your courses. And you're asleep. And I've heard Dr. Breakthrough and a lot of our other team members, including myself, go, "Oh wow, I woke up and I had X amount of more money in my bank account, and I don't even know who promoted it at this point." And it's an amazing thing. It's like Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley's been gone for decades, and he still makes millions and millions and millions of dollars every year. And that is because he has recorded content that other people are selling for him. So imagine being able to not only create wealth for yourself today, but create generational wealth for your family and leaving a legacy behind of you sharing some very powerful life improving things, improving the world much better than how it is today. Imagine being able to leave that legacy behind, and not just you and your family today benefiting and creating wealth, but your children, your children's children, and your grandchildren's grandchildren being able to financially benefit from a legacy that you created. I mean, to me, I just got to get goosebumps on my arms when I think about what it's doing for my children. And that's really where the point in time I am in my life. I've built global companies. I don't really need the money, but I enjoy making the money because I can help a whole lot more people when I have a lot of money than when I don't have any money. And I can leave a whole lot more legacy for my family when I'm making a lot of money as compared to when I'm not making a lot of money. But this company right here is not just about making money. This company right here, it's also about changing the world for the better. And that's what Six Sigma, the fourth generation Six Sigma, which we call the Great Discovery, does. It lifts people up wherever they are at in their life and brings them up to the next level and the next level and the next level. And that's the real mission. So when you have a mission that also drives the revenue that you can use to create further life improving opportunities in the world, I just can't see anything better. Honestly, I can't, Mike.
No, you're absolutely right. And let me address people that maybe are going to attend our Speed Networking Leads events, and that's great. And we'd love to have you. But think about this for a minute. You can't access the brilliance of James Moneypenny, unless you have access to his message, his words, his wisdom, and the availability has to be something that people can you have the ease of use. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take this audio and video. You're going to be able to meet James on video, and I'm going to create it into an invitation to our free money making speed networking events, which we're going to hold every week to support people like Alex Hitt and his background and Dr. Greg Sanders. We're going to support James Moneypenny. We're going to support Dr. Breakthrough, but we're going to make it so easy. All you have to do is put on the headset, put on your ear pods, and walk around the block. Take a ride, listen, and absorb the information. But we want to make it that easy for you to share your information, your story. Nobody can hire you if they don't know about you. Am I right? You know I'm right.
Absolutely.
So what we want to do, folks, is we want to share it. We want to invite you to our speed networking events around Experience Lafayette, California, which I hope will become the website, will become the Mecca of AI, the place to go to learn about artificial intelligence. That's why I'm creating the AI Super Campus. Professor Irovara of Oxford called it a terrific idea. So that's what we're going to host on the Great Discovery Network. And we're going to have a network of leaders like Dr. Breakthrough, like James, all of the top leaders in the Great Discovery to support each other. So come to the networking event. If you don't want to join the Great Discovery, get leads, help your business. But we want to be able to make it super easy to communicate with you about the Great Discovery and about your business. And no way that I can think of is easier than exercising, walking around the block, and meetings on the go. And that's what I'm going to post for James Moneypenny, a meeting on the go that will help him invite people to our networking event. It's an invitation from him to other business networkers to join us at a free speed networking leads event. Easy for him. You'll learn about him on this greeting meeting. So you'll learn about James, how to connect with him. You'll invite people to the speed networking event, and you'll learn how to make more money by storytelling, which comes from Oxford University. Okay, the EMBA program, the MBA program. I mean, folks, we got it all. I'm telling you, because in the era of AI, you're going to need credibility and authority. Okay, because you want to know what's real and what's not real. We also need AI guardian angels because we got to keep AI safe and ethical and honest and straightforward. And what better way than business networking in person and testimonials, to know what's real and what's not real. So, James, I'm just so excited to have leaders like you with all of your massive experience, but not only experience, knowledge is not as valuable as it used to be. What's valuable is wisdom. And that's what James has, is massive wisdom. That's where you take all the things you've done, the experiences, good and bad, and you eliminate the bad experiences and figure out what wisdom did you cull from all of the things you've done. And that's what AI helps you do, is eliminate the bad experiences and really focus on the good ones so that you can manifest that and evolve that into wisdom. And that's what people like James Moneypenny and the leaders of the Great Discovery has, is not only talent, not only a platform, but wisdom, wisdom of the ages. I call it cross age group networking, because we want to network with the younger people, just like people like James and I. So James, absolutely an honor, a pleasure. and personally my thrill, because I'm getting so much support from you for learning everything I can about the great discovery. So, James, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Mike. And hey, listen, it goes both ways. I really appreciate all your wisdom and knowledge and how you're so willing to share and actually help people. That's a mark of a true leader, is somebody who truly wants to help lift people up and get them to the next level. You've already been there, you've already done it. You've already been to the top with people like Oprah Winfrey and others. So, it's just an honor to work with someone like you with the heart of helping others like you have. I can guarantee you I'll be on the networking events. I tell everyone, like, look, if you miss this, you've really missed something. Don't miss out. Get on the link, join the networking group today. You'll get so much value, and the kind of people you'll be able to meet can accelerate your success beyond imagination. So don't be square, be there.
There you go. In closing, let me just say one thing. I've worked with the superstars of media, and guess what? They put on their pants one leg at a time. So what I want to do is they were people just like you, I promise you. And you know that too, James. We're all human beings, right? What we want to do is we want to empower you and really share your story, because everybody's got a great story to tell. Thanks. And I look forward to joining you at our speed networking event. The official launch is May 7th. I've been launching or posting this on 3 meetup events. So we're posting it on Eventbrite, we're posting on Meetup, we're posting it everywhere. So we want to have you join us. And don't forget, it is on May 7th.
Onward and upwards, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.